What is up, ladies and gentlemen? The Joke Lion is back for another rendition. I know it's Friday, so my next video will probably be 3 days away instead of two. But wanted to comment that to give you updates like I've been doing every day, every 3 times a week. Um, Basically, this is day 13 or 14 I'm going to be talking about, which is yesterday and the day before. Currently on my numbers, I will say this. Currently, not as bad as day 11 and 12, where I was spending a pretty well, even though I only spent about $26. This time around, on the 13th and 14th day, I only spent about just over $5. And that helps when I have like a job that does actually um, deduct food from your account. They have an EDR. So usually I don't have to worry about spending or buying something for food when I can just eat at work. But it's one of those things that just jobs like that you can pretty much cut down a lot of times if you're trying, or if you want something outside of work. It's basically balancing out a majority of things when you're trying to budget and everything. Which brings us to the topic I want to talk about today. It's the mastering the cash flow. Basically, being a manager of your own income and expenses. So, because the only way you're going to end up growing is the fact is that you have to have more, of course, more income to counteract or make your expenses not so, how you say, not so overburdening. Because that's one thing that I've noticed in a lot with a lot of people. They get so overwhelmed with all the bills and uh, money they're making that they're just trying to balance it out, and it always seems like they spend more than they have. So a lot of times you're spending over 100% of your paycheck on financial goals or financial needs, where some people think there's financial needs. There's a few bills that I'm going to talk about that I don't think are necessities. You might think so. I'm not wronging you for it, but I don't think it's a necessities. But basically, we're going to be talking about a couple of different ways. A couple of different avenues we're going to be talking about is the trap. I always talk about this all the time. One of the biggest things that I say is tracking daily expenses, making sure that you know how much is going out compared to how much coming in. If you're making money, add that. With the different little tidbits of avenues I've got with like selling trading cards and trying to do stocks. As a matter of fact, I actually had a couple of stocks. I sold one, doing my strategy like I was talking about the plus 7.5 or the minus 12.5. The last day, yesterday, I lost like 7 cents on a stock. But I ended up gaining another stock back at 55 cents today. So I'm literally I'm back under to only about loss of $2. I've got a lot of money. I have 7 companies I've actually still have money in. They haven't hit any one of my marks yet. So I'm going to keep on holding them until they hit those certain marks, and whether they drop or they go up, that's about the time I'm going to end up selling them. So it's kind of one of those grinds that you're going to have to do. Luckily, I had one that was available to sell back off that ended up, I turned $1.60 into $2.15. So we made 55 cents off of that one. That covered 2 of the previous losses I had of 7 cents and 40 cents, and then it cut into the $1.79 that I lost on the beginning of this little strategy. So I'm down to still down $1.71. Like I said, just under $2. It is it's going to be a really, really big grind. And I didn't say it was easy, and a lot of people like to ask me about the whole thing, um, forgot what exactly it was. There's a lot of people out there that like to say, "Hey, you need to get a second job. You need to go this." Now, if that's the case, great. But there's also a lot of things that I've been learning that you have to kind of balance your work life. I mean, yes, working is going to create you more money. I can understand that. But the fact is, you have to also try to balance your life with, because most of the time, families are. It's hard to put it into words on this one. I believe that personally for me, and I don't know if it's a very thin line when it comes down to like the family life, because if you don't have enough money, family is going to leave you. But if you do have enough money but you're never at home, there's a good chance family may leave to look for something better. The problem is everybody wants to finish product and nobody wants to hit the journey. And right now, currently, like I said, I'm one of those ones that I'm sitting at home by myself. I have to try to figure out ways of creating my own time or using the time that I have to kind of get a second job that's kind of flexible with the main job I have that's paying all my bills. So I've got to find something that I can just come home. I'm preferring to try to do something where I can work off online, where I can work any time of the day. There's really not a certain give or take set schedule. I could be a little bit more flexible. So there's a few things that I've been looking into, little project type of jobs where you do it on your time kind of thing. Instead of going out and trying to find something that's out in the street where I have to do quick turnarounds, work 16 hours a day, and only get maybe 4 to 5 hours of sleep. And that would not, I would be very tired and trying not to lose my temper on a lot of occasions. Believe me, it might not be that great looking. But I will say this. Most of the time, like I said, the thing that I am trying to do more often is managing my budget. And that is one of the biggest things I talk about in this video. The tracking daily expenses, making sure you know how much money's coming in versus how much money's going out. And if you can win each day, you're going to be doing pretty well. If you're making a business, and this is something I got to start doing myself, is reinvesting profit. Basically, whatever you make, and now I understand a lot of people will like, well, you know what, I need to use that. I'm creating a business so I can make some income. But you're not going to grow your business unless you start investing money into that you have made to help make it grow. One of the biggest goals I've got right now. And another thing is determining and planning out where you want your long-term goals to, you want your long-term goals, but you want to be able to have short-term goals that give you those little wins so you can keep striving to your long-term goal. Like my term for this year is trying to make $75,000 plus after bills and everything like that. Be able to, by the end of this 1 year, I want to be able to, as a matter of fact, by the end of February, be able to get to that personal goal. I'm not there yet. I'm right now currently at a plus 169 in the 2 weeks, which ain't bad, but it's just grind. The grind is going to be taking me pretty long to do it if I keep it up this way. I got to find little tidbits. Going back to what I was talking about earlier with the job market, I want to say Amazon Mechanical Turk, there's a website where you could do little bits of human interaction tasks, or what they call hits, and you could do those and create. They're not much money, but there's something to get you started. But unfortunately, I applied on Wednesday, and Thursday they sent me an email stating the fact is you're not qualified to do this. So I'm gonna check it for other ways. I know there's ways I can use the new AI, basically Chat GPT, maybe possibly get something to assist me on how to figure out different work, creating blogs and stuff of that nature. Maybe help you guys out while getting paid to help me out. Um, if you like any of the channel contents, or if you have any questions, ladies and gentlemen, that I have that you want me to address, just let me know. I mean, send me a comment, send me a text. Uh, Subscribe to the channel if you can. I appreciate it. I would really like to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel, because this is basically just raw footage of me just talking about what we have to do to get the corporate grind, or get the grind of an entrepreneurship. It's not going to be easy. A lot of people want the easy route, and that's just going out and getting a job. A lot of people are like, well, that's not easy. Yeah, it is when it comes to that compared to entrepreneurship, because you're never guaranteed to make money right away like you are when you have a job. When you have a job, you actually get paid that per hour you're there. But you do there's a lot of unpaid time that comes with entrepreneurship, because it's the preparation, the grind, the research, everything like that. Nobody's paying you to do that, but it's going to pay in the long run. So it's going to be one of those things that you have to make time for if you're serious about doing it. Other than that, I really don't have much to talk about today. I mean, I did go to work yesterday and the day before, so I got a little bit of money coming in that way. I know that I will be one day down on my check, because I did call off the other day. But it is going to be a grind. It really is. I honestly say that I'm putting more effort, waking up more, and putting more effort to building what I want to do, and I'm tracking everything. So I'm hoping that I'm showing you guys, like I was trying to say something to somebody else today. I'm trying to show you guys that this is actually not, it's sometimes supposed to be helpful for all types of investors. The main goal is to try to focus on the ones who believe that they can't do it. I'm hoping that my videos are actually out there for people that think they can't do it. I'm so much in debt, my credit's shot, everything like that. Believe me, I am too. It's one of those things about me that I'm down there at the bottom spot of those, that low end of the totem pole, and focusing on the discipline that it takes to be an entrepreneur or be a millionaire. That it's going to take time, but for you to get through all the hardships and all that, you have to have the discipline to do so. And you've got to be able to understand, you know what? And if it means you got to pick up that second job, if it means you've got to find some other avenues to make money and work and sacrifice sleep, food, sometimes it's something that I'm going to always say that you guys are going to have to choose for yourself. But this is how a lot of people ended up working to get to where they're at today, why they have the great houses. Real estate and all that, I will say this, that if you want to buy into it, there's a lot of times you got to be able to be working with margins. There's a lot of things that I'm trying to work on right now. Like I'm trying to expand into the flipping, resale businesses on certain things. I also want to try to get into different attitudes, expand my horizon. I'm not, like, one of the biggest things I'm trying to look into right now is probably called Fiverr. trying to do content create like I'm doing now, and probably using AI to help me out with it because I have no skills in it right now. But I will try to figure out and try to learn and develop a skill set of how to talk to people and everything like that. Because usually I'm very an introvert. I don't like talking to people. I know you guys are listening to me now, but I'm more talking to a computer at this moment when I'm talking. So it makes it a lot easier for me to express what I have to say and just basically not in front of people that are have different viewpoints on the occasions. But if you like the videos, like I said, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe. I really appreciate it. Tell YouTube that this is a channel worth watching. And I will say this. I'm hoping everybody's getting a lot of the raw footage and everything that I'm talking about on this, because I'm really trying to put myself out there to help others in that kind of situation. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to end this video. Joe Lion, signing out.